Hi everyone, my name is Maryiano Keziah Anyango AWINO, a student from Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. I'm doing Bachelor of Science and Technology. And for my presentation title today to the ISS is Solar Dehydration Characteristic of Papaya. A key challenge for the agriculture sector is to feed an increasing global population. In order to do this, we need to reduce food losses along food production chain, besides practicing sustainable agriculture. As at now, food production has dropped due to unsustainable agronomic practices. In an attempt to produce more food, this has led to pollution, degradation of soil, water, and air, and thus ultimately global warming. And the cycle continues and continues as disposal problem rises. In food sector, perishability of food commodities leading to food waste is on rise, complicating food production even further. In this case, underutilization of papaya and other fruits and accessibility in the newer market has greatly been affected. Majority of the population cannot access most fruits, and further wasted in the supply chain leads to scarcity and high prices in the market. This leads to underutilization of papaya and other fruits that have high nutrient contents. Traders, farmers cannot prevent the losses due to high perishability. Thus, there's a need to preserve papaya through solar dehydration. When successful, the same process can be experimented on other fruits. The aim of implementation of this program to address community-based challenges. 1, to evaluate the efficacy, adoption, and scaling up of solar dehydration technology on papaya in Kenya. To reduce post-harvest losses due to high perishability. To come up with technology that will be designed to retain nutrients, improve quality and safety, and also improve accessibility to dried fruits in the market. For the impact, this will reduce spoilage and create a product that remains edible for a longer period of time. Prolong shelf life by reducing moisture content. Dried papaya can be stored at room temperature, reducing expense of maintaining specialized storage conditions. It increases convenience of carrying papaya in packages. Dehydration offers more weight reduction in fruits. This project can easily foster uptake of fruits agro industry by youths. It does not require elaborate initial capital to start. Can lead to economic diversification and growth for our youths. It can increase the number of youth fruit farmers, youth traders, and processors in the country. What is needed is just the right kind of mindset to try your own business rather than to seek dwindling and increasingly elusive white-collar jobs. The papaya fruit itself. The pulp of papaya has a pleasant aroma and taste, which are qualities for sensorial acceptance. Papaya is an important source of carotenoids and phenolic compounds, which act as antioxidant and contributes to fruit's color, texture, and taste. It has lycopene, which can reduce the risk of cancer. It's rich in vitamin C, which may help prevent cardiovascular diseases. It contains papain, which is an enzyme which acts as a meat tenderizer. For the expected output, to determine characteristic of dried papaya in terms of nutritional sensory features, such as color, texture, and general acceptability. To determine shrinkage and rehydration ratio. To determine moisture content, vitamin C content, and to determine the drying curves of papaya. And also to determine the microbial analysis on the dried papaya samples. So the moisture content determination. The preliminary results show that the higher the temperatures, the higher the rate of water removal from the sample, which means the higher the temperature, the lower the moisture content. And the lower the temperatures, the higher the moisture content. For color determination, color is an important indicator for consumer preferences of purchase. So the preliminary results show that the lowest degree of darkening was found in the pretreated samples of 0.5% weight by volume sodium metabisulfate. The chemical preservative was preventive against oxidation, as you can see from the curves. For the shrinkage assessment, the preliminary results indicated that the higher the temperature, the greater the degree of shrinkage. As you can see, the higher the temperature, the greater the degree of shrinkage, and the lower the temperature, the lower the rate of shrinkage. For the drying curves, our drying process took place in the range of a falling rate period, as you can see from A to B. And from B to C, this was an equilibrium moisture content state. For vitamin C determination, a decline in vitamin C was greatly significant between the fresh and the dried samples. As you can see from here, the vitamin C level, and here the vitamin C level. Therefore, vitamin C is highly labile in nature and polar, and the higher the temperatures, the greater the decline in vitamin C content. For the microbial analysis, we did total coliforms. Coliforms are indicator microorganisms that used to indicate the level of sanitation. So microbial growth is used to determine shelf life and acceptability of dried fruit products, and most of the microorganisms are process survivors. Therefore, absence of microorganisms in the samples indicated that there was no contamination, as adequate hygiene was observed and practiced. For the sensory analysis, the sensory evaluation statistical results were shown in the case of color, flavor, texture, and sweetness using a 9-scale hedonic scale, and evaluated by a panel of 10 judges, where 9 was extremely like, 1 being extremely dislike. Accordingly, the panelist results in overall acceptability of the dried papaya samples showed a high acceptability. For the rehydration ratio, rehydration is a quality indicator for the dried products. So the effect of pretreatment had a significant effect on the rehydration ratio. Our preliminary results indicated better rehydration ratio in the pretreated samples compared to our control samples, and this may be due to higher tissue collapse. Below are my references. So the relevance of solar dehydration to linking to actions, research, and education in agriculture value chains to achieve environmental, social, and economic sustainability. This project aims to reduce food losses and enhance sustainable production and utilization of locally underutilized fruits such as papaya. Solar dehydration techniques is environmental friendly as it reduces emission of carbon and greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, thus preventing global warming. Dehydration promotes availability of fruits during off seasons, and this promotes accessibility of nutrients at all times and promote intake of healthy diets. The projects also seek to promote value addition of papaya, thus creating avenue for the youth income generation. Production of dehydrated fruits present farmers with an opportunity to enter new market channels and also promote diversification of the fruits production. Thank you for your time.